Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is Ayoti, and this is Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. This is the post-match show after the third place play of the bronze medal match at the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have finally found luck of the penalty shootout and defeated the Pharaohs of Egypt by 4 goals to 2 in the shootout. It was a very long game for a game that didn't even have extra time. It just seemed like nothing was ever going to happen. It felt like the goal was never really going to come for either side. It really felt like a third place match. It felt like a match where both sides did not come with full force, as we could see from the rotated sides. It felt like a match where both sides were like, you know what, whatever we see, we see. Whatever results we get, we get. But ultimately, the Super Eagles won on penalties, and I'm happy about that, because at least you came to the AFCON, you spent what, a whole Christmas period, New Year period away from your family, and you get to live with something. It might not be the one thing that you really came for, but you get to live with something. Overall, we took, I would say, one step back from the last AFCON, despite our good play, despite our lots of goals and the excitement that we brought. Of course, at the last AFCON, we got a silver medal. This AFCON, we got a bronze medal. So technically, we took one step back. But there are many positive signs, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the future. I'll just give you guys a quick rundown of today's game. Not too much to talk about. After that, I'll talk about the individual players, and then I'll get into the calling where you guys can come and share your thoughts. When you call in this evening, guys, there's some things that I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you what you thought of the game against Egypt. I want to hear from you what you thought of the bronze medal. Are you happy with the bronze medal? What do you think of the performance throughout the AFCON, looking at the entire AFCON? And then are you excited for the future of the Super Eagles, of course, with another Africa Cup of Nations that is coming up in 2027? So, quickly going into the game, Eric Shell, of course, gave us a rotated lineup for this match. It was not a full-strength lineup. We had Sani Wabali in goal, Brighter Samuel, right back, Bruno Emechi, left back, Igo Ogbu in for the suspended Calvin Bassey, and then Shemi Ajayi at center back. In the midfield, we had Fisayo Dele Bashiru partnering Raphael Onyedika. And then in the attack, we had Moses Simon, we had Ako Adams, and we had Chukwueze on the right side, and then Paul Onwachu partnering Ako as the two strikers. It was a very interesting start to the game. Nigeria were on the front foot. We looked like the side that were most likely going to do something. Raphael Oyeka did something that he did in the previous match that I wasn't quite happy about. He lost the ball in midfield a few times, too many for me. I think once or twice. There was one that nearly led to an Egyptian counter-attack, but Ajayi covered very well for him. Adams got a shot off fairly early in the game. He took a deflection, though, so it was easy for the goalkeeper to claim. Salah tried to split our defense with a through ball, but Bali was quick off his line and cleared it with his feet while sliding. Egypt got the ball into the box. Salah from a tight angle got a tame effort on goal. It was saved by Bali. So yeah, it was a little bit of end to end, but the Super Eagles looked like they were the better team. Overall, I had it in my notes over here. In that first half, I was watching the game, and what I was thinking was, yeah, there's not a lot of quality in this match. That's honestly what I was thinking. The game was not like smooth, was not free flowing. We were not seeing quality passing. It was just not the best. Of course, Nigeria rested some of our best players in Lukman, Iwobi, Osime. Egypt also rested players like Mamouche, and some of the other players, even though they had Mo Salah in the starting 11. And then Chukwueze had the chance to score from a header. It was saved. He put the rebound into the box. Ako Adams headed it. It deflected off of Paul Onwachu and into the goal. And we were celebrating. We thought that was the goal for the Super Eagles. I already made the post on social media. Goal, Paul Onwachu, And then, unfortunately, it went to a VAR review. And then VAR showed that Onwachu's elbow had hit the face of the Egyptian defender leading up to the goal. And the goal was ruled out. Now, by the letter of the law, was that goal rightfully ruled out? I would say yes. But I need to go and watch it again. Obviously, this is immediately after the game, so I haven't had the luxury of watching the game back. But when I saw that, my first thought was, is this just because Onwachu is that tall? Like, did he really put his arm up to and elbow the guy, or is he just a tall guy and his elbow was just in that guy's face? I don't know. But ultimately, I think it was a goal that was rightfully disallowed. Elbow in the face, regardless of his circumstances. if it directly leads to a goal, it's probably going to get disallowed. And yes, the Super Eagles had that goal written off. Ako Adams had another opportunity getting through on goal. He was flagged for offside. And ultimately, the halftime whistle went. There was honestly not too much to report at halftime. It was just that disallowed goal. It was a half that was just not that exciting, not a lot of action, not a lot of goal mouth action, especially. At the break, Ademola Lookman came on for Paul Onuachu, and then it was a quick start to the second half. Ademola Lookman again headed the ball in, but it was once again ruled out, this time for offside because Ako Adams was off in the build-up, and that was the second goal disallowed for the Super Eagles. After that disallowed goal by Ademola Lookman, I thought maybe Super Eagles would just play with fire, play with intensity, and we were going to score in this second half. But no, it was more of the same. Not too much quality in the game. Just kept on dragging on, in my opinion. Super Eagles continued to search, but there was just no clear-cut chance. The Egyptians kept playing on the counter-attack. They just really could not get any chance. And then a little bit of a controversial moment that came middle of the second half, where Ako Adams was played in after Alex Iwobi had come on. Ako Adams was played in behind by Alex Iwobi, and he was, what should I say, nudged or pushed by the Egyptian defender and was unable to control the ball. And then, interestingly enough, quick on the other side, Omar Mamouche got him behind the Nigerian defense, and then he was then nudged by Shemi Ajayi. My thoughts on that. So for the Ako Adams one, from my perspective, it looked like a push, a blatant push by the Egyptian defender. Now, was it a very hard push to send you to the ground? No. But when you're running at pace and you get a little bit of a push on your back, it's enough to really throw you off balance. So personally, I thought I would probably have given a pen. I honestly would probably have given a pen. However, this is now just me being honest. You know, I was in a group chat with a couple of my friends talking about it when it happened, and I can see why VAR would not overrule that. You know, we see these nudges, we see these pushes happen several times. It was one of those ones where, did he push him? Yes, he pushed him. Was it a hard push? No, it was not. Do I think it was a foul? Yes. But if the referee does not give a foul, I understand why VAR would just say, you know what, we're going to stick with what the referee said. Because I don't think that you can say it was clearly and obviously a wrong decision by the referee. The referee could have seen the push and still felt like it was nothing. So I don't think you can say it's clear and obvious, and it absolutely should have been pulled back for a VAR review for the ref to go and look at it again. I honestly do not think so. You know, to understand how the reviews work, if the VAR sees something and they say, oh, referee, you got it wrong, then they will tell the referee, come and check to make sure that you are happy with what you said initially. And if I were the VAR, based on the way VARs are supposed to work, if it's not clear and obvious, stick with what the referee said. I personally, I know some people might disagree with me, but I personally understand why the VAR would look at that and say, you know what, the referee saw it, the referee didn't think it was a foul. Yeah, we'll leave it alone. You know, because depending on who you ask, some people might say it's a foul, some people might say it's not. So for that one, it was a little bit unlucky, tough on us, but I can understand it. And just speaking about the one that happened on the other side with Shemi Ajayi on Omar Mamouche, I felt like it was similar, not exactly the same. You know, the Egyptian one was palm to back. The Shemi Ajayi one was kind of like shoulder to back, but still the same thing. If we look at that Shemi Ajayi one, it wasn't a shoulder to shoulder on Omar Mamouche. It was more of a shoulder to back on Omar Mamouche. So depending on who you ask, an Egyptian fan might tell you, oh, why you cannot just nudge somebody in their back? That should be a foul. But again, it's not clear and obvious for VAR to tell the referee, oh, I think you got it wrong, come and review it and maybe change your decision. So for me, those incidents, I think sticking with the on-field decision was fair to me. Of course, if the Ako Adams one was given, they cannot give the Mamouche one because it came after. But just speaking on those two incidents, I think I can understand why VAR did not even interfere. And, you know, I understand the decisions. A different referee might give a foul, but I also think that many referees would not have given a foul for that one on Akko Adams. And then getting towards the end of the game, Igor Obu considered a free kick in a dangerous position. Of course, got himself booked, but Mohamed Salah's free kick went straight into the wall, and then it was dragged to end the regulation time. The full time whistle went, game ends goalless, and of course, because it's a third place match, we don't want to kill ourselves, so we're going straight to penalties. Straight to penalties. Super Eagles back-to-back penalty shootouts. I can't even lie. Once it went to penalties, I was already like, I hope this is not going to be another long evening. I hope this is not going to be another annoying one. Like, I was already praying to God. And our first penalty kick, Fisadili Bashiru steps up. Of course, he scored his penalty in the game against Morocco, but this time he misses his penalty. And once FDB missed, I'm like, are we really about to? I'm like, are we really about to lose another penalty shootout? We cannot lose 3 penalty shootouts in a row. Once Dele Bashiru missed, I was like, damn, like this is about to be tough. But thankfully, Big Stanley, beautiful save on Mo Salah's penalty. Read it very well. Of course, you know where Salah takes a lot of his pens to. If he's not going straight down the middle, he's going to the left side of the goalkeeper. Stanley took the gamble. Stanley went well. It was the height wasn't perfect on the penalty, but it was like middle, so good height for the goalkeeper. But it was a big hand by Stanley Nwabali, a very, very good save. I must give him credit for that. So shout out to Stanley Nwabali for that one. And then Akko Adams stepped up second for the Super Eagles. Akko Adams, cool, calm, collected, slots his penalty into the back of the net. Omar Mamouche, the Manchester City player, stepped up next for Egypt. And then again, another important save by Big Stanley Nwabali. Mamouche's penalty wasn't good. He tried to play down the middle. But if you are playing the ball down the middle, you either play it hard and on the ground, like, grass cutter type shots, hard and on the ground, or you blast it high up in the net, and again, it was off the ground, the middle of the goal, good height for the goalkeeper. So even though Nwabali was going the wrong way, his foot was able to save the penalty. All credit to Nwabali for the save, but also I didn't think it was a good penalty by Mama Mush. And then Moses Simon stepped up. Look, I said it after the last game. Simon, why would Simon not step up for a penalty? I don't care if you missed against DR Congo. You are a guy who takes penalties normally. You are a guy who scores penalties normally. If you miss one, you step up the next time and you score the next one. You don't hide and shy away. And I'm happy that he stepped up this time. And then look at that beautiful penalty by Moses Simon, the best penalty of the evening. Moses Simon, beautiful penalty placed into the bottom corner. Even if the goalkeeper went the right way, it would have been very difficult to save it. So I was very happy that Simon stepped up and scored this time. Rabia went next for Egypt. Rabia, Nwabali went the right way, but Rabia got it over him. Look, Nwabali did his homework this AFCON. This penalty shootout, Nwabali did his homework, and yeah, it was a good penalty. He scored it, but Nwabali did well. And then again, I said it in the past. Why would we get to a penalty shootout and Alex Iwobi would not step up? And that's one thing that pleased me about this shootout. The boys that, quote unquote, were hiding before, the boys that, quote unquote, did not want to take penalties, even in the commentary, you could hear Daniel Amokachi saying that a player like Iwobi hides when it comes to penalty shootouts. And Iwobi is our veteran player. You cannot be having a reputation that even a Nigeria legend is saying on commentary that you hide when it comes to penalty shootouts. So I was happy that Iwobi stepped up. Look, you could see the nerves. You could see the nerves on Iwobi's face. You could see the nerves. You could see him literally there. Just even before he took the penalty, he did the sign of the cross. My guy was praying that God, I beg, make I not miss this penalty. You could see it. It was honestly, in all honesty, it was not a good penalty. But see, look, if you score, it's a good penalty, I guess. But it wasn't powerful. It wasn't well placed. It was just that he sends the goalkeeper in the wrong direction. The goalkeeper probably could not have prepared for Iwobi because Iwobi does not take penalties normally. He sends the goalkeeper in the wrong direction. It went in. But if the goalkeeper went the right way, that's a comfortable save. That's a comfortable save. It wasn't a well-struck penalty. It wasn't hard and low. It wasn't placed well. It wasn't powerful. Nothing. But as long as it went in, I'm happy that Iwobi stepped up and he scored it. And hopefully, when we get to this situation again in the future, Iwobi can have enough confidence to really take leadership, take ownership, and take more penalties for Nigeria. And then Saber took the next penalty and scored for Egypt. And then, of course, cometh the moment cometh the man. He was probably waiting to take against Morocco, but never got the chance. And then when he got his chance against Egypt this time, Ademola Lookman, our most recent CAF Player of the Year award winner, he stepped up. And Ademola Lookman, honestly, once I saw it was Lookman coming to take the final penalty, I had no fear in my heart. I had no fear in my heart. Ademola Lookman, of course, was going to score. And Ademola Lookman scored from the spot, won it for Nigeria, 4-2, 4-2 on penalties. I'm happy that we have at least broken this streak of losing penalty shootouts, and we can feel a little bit confident the next time that we get into a shootout against any team. The Super Eagles take home the bronze medal at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. You know, Smith Lai, he said we will call it our golden bronze. Our golden bronze, you know, we'll take it. We'll take the golden bronze. We'll accept it. It wasn't the best results that we could have hoped for, but it's better to medal than not to medal, especially after honestly looking like the best team at this AFCON. But that's the thing about knockout football. It's not about how you look throughout the tournament. It's about how you perform on each day. And on the day against Morocco, we did not perform well. Today, honestly, we didn't perform that well either, but we got the W, and that is all that matters, that we got the W, and we are the bronze medalist at AFCON 2025. Okay, let me move on very quickly. I will talk about the individual players. That one is going to be quick. I don't think I'm going to give player ratings, honestly, because I can't rate anybody high except maybe one Bali today. And then I'll give you guys a chance to call in and to share your thoughts. Like I said, when you come on, talk to me about the Egypt game. Talk to me about whether or not you're happy with the bronze medal. Talk to me about your thoughts on the entire Africa Cup of Nations performance and, you know, the way everything has gone. And then talk to me about the future of this team. Who do you want to see stay in the team? Who do you want to see out of the team? What do you think we can achieve moving forward with another AFCON coming up in 2027? So these are the things that I want to hear from you when you call into the show today. Very, very quickly, let me just say thank you for the super chats to Enwe Okoye 3385. Thank you very much for your support. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. The rest of you guys that are watching, please feel free to send super chats. Feel free to support the channel. It goes a long way to cover our staff salaries, you know, to keep doing what we're doing. The super chats really, really help us to keep producing this content. Trust me, it's not easy to pay for all the streaming services. You know, you need a software to stream, you need all the tools to edit, you need to pay people to do thumbnails, to edit stuff. So yes, please, your super chats go a long way in just helping. You know, it's not for me to buy food, it's really for us to keep running the channel. So I appreciate everybody that supports with a super chat. It really, really does a world of good for us. And of course, even if you don't want to give us your money, if you don't want to send a super chat, please do us the favor of hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. That way we can still reach more people, we can still grow, and we can still get some additional revenue so that we can keep the channel growing and doing what we are doing. And I will also say this, just in case you found out about the channel during the AFCON, because I know there's some people that only found out about Eagle Striker during the AFCON. Welcome to the family, but I want you to know that we are not only live, we are not only engaged during the AFCON. We drop content on a regular basis. We are always dropping all kinds of analysis, debates, conversations about trending topics in Nigerian football. I do my interview podcast, the Home of Nigerian Football Podcast. I'm interviewing every and anybody that's in Nigerian football. I will see if I can get any Super Eagles players to come on the podcast after this AFCON, you know. And I have a big year plan for the podcast. I've been waiting for the AFCON to finish. Some people that have promised me that have not been on the podcast, I'm going to force them to come on the podcast still in this 2026. So if you are new here, if you only found out about Eagle Striker during the AFCON, make sure you stay tuned because there's so much more to come. And of course, there's the Niger FC podcast, which hosts weekly on Mondays. We're going to resume next Monday. Of course, the AFCON threw our schedule off a little bit. But next Monday, that's with myself and my co-host, Smith Lai, where we talk about all the trending topics in Nigerian football. There's been a lot of transfers in this January window. We've kind of missed them in the shuffle of the AFCON. And there's been so much more that has been going on. So we'll get into all of that. And of course, club football is still ongoing. So yes, make sure you stay tuned if you are new here. Don't leave because the AFCON is over. There's so much more to come on Eagle Striker. Okay, I've posted the link for calling in, so you guys can call in now, and we'll see how many people get on the queue. just very quickly, let me give you guys my thoughts on the players. Big Stanley in goal, Bali, fantastic penalty shootout performance from him. He made only one save in the 90 minutes, but again in the shootout, he stepped up. He was the man. He saved those two penalties from Egypt's two best players, Salah and Mamouche. And when you do that, we have to give him a lot of credit. In the defense, we had Bruno Emechi on the left side. Didn't have too much to do defensively today, honestly. He made two interceptions, 1-2 duels, 7-ball recoveries. He created one chance for us in the game. And yeah, it was an overall decent match from him. Not too much to report. Igor Ogbu also didn't have too much to do because the Egyptians did not really have bites in this match, to be honest. Neither did we in many aspects. But Igor Ogbu made one tackle, one interception, two clearances, 4-ball recoveries, 4 duels, one. It was a decent match. Of course, he got the yellow card towards the end of the game that maybe could have been avoided, but also it's because he was, out of position and was trying to cover up and just foul the guy. But yeah, overall, decent performance. Not great, but decent. Shemi Ajayi went off close to the end of the game with an injury, but also had a decent game. 6 defensive contributions, 1 tackle, 4 clearances, 1 block, 3 ball recoveries, 1 ground duel, 91% pass completion. Almost never put a foot right. I give a lot of credit to Calvin Bassey for his performances throughout this AFCON, but we cannot ignore that Shemi Ajayi has also had a very, very good AFCON tournament. Shemi Ajayi is somebody that I know, I won't name names, but a lot of people were doubtful, were skeptical, were critical about Shemi Ajayi. Oh, he's too slow. He's this, he's that, he's one thing or the other. And in this AFCON, to be honest, he did not look off the mark at all. He played well in most, if not all, of the games. I think the only game that Shemi wasn't top level was the game against Tunisia. Other than that, Shemi had a pretty flawless AFCON tournament. Even against Morocco, he was good, so we have to, if you've been a doubter of Shemi Ajayi, yes, I know he's not the quickest, because Nigerian fans, there's this thing of everybody must be fast. He's too slow, he's not fast. It's like people just want 99 pace everywhere on the field. Even the goalkeeper should be a speedster, but Shemi Ajayi is not. He's that cool, calm, just does his job one way or the other. And of course, he's very tall, so he's a set piece threat both offensively and defensively. I thought he had a good game today. Was the better of the 2 center backs, so I give credit to him. Bright Osai Samuel, another player who has had a good AFCON. Look, I will hold my hand up and say I was wrong about our defense coming to this tournament. If you guys watched my AFCON preview, my major fear was our defense. How would our defense hold up? Are we going to be good enough? And Bright Osai Samuel showed that, look, I might not be Ola, but I can still give you guys a lot of quality. And Bright is a player that has given us his fair share of scares in the past. So for him to come to this tournament and give us this kind of quality performance, of course, had another good game today with 2 tackles, 2 interceptions, 3 clearances, 3 ball recoveries, 3 duels, 96% pass completion, 1 successful dribble. I thought, it was a good way for him to round off. A bit unfortunate that he seemed to go off with an injury. I know he wanted to stay on, but the coach said, look, no need to risk it. Go off. Your club is probably watching. They need you back. So I was happy with the performance of Bright Osai Samuel. Bright Osai Samuel is 28 years old, so he's kind of at his peak of his career. But if there's an opportunity for him to leave Birmingham City and maybe try his hand in the English Prem, or maybe even if he's in Italy, he doesn't have to be in the Premier League, can go to Italy or one of these countries and play one of the top leagues in the world. I think it would be very interesting to see, because Bright is a player that he might not, I personally don't think that he's as good as Olaino, but I think that he has shown us that he has a lot of quality, and he looks like he's better than an English Championship player. The Championship is not an easy league, but he looks like he's not a second division player. It looks like he can be a first division player. So that would be very nice to see. We had in the midfield, Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Unfortunately, he missed his penalty, but during the 90 minutes, didn't really do too much as well. So, okay game at best, nothing too fantastic. Rafael Onyedika also played in the midfield, wasn't able to create any chance there. I think he had 1 shot in the game that was from a bit of a distance, was well saved. His passing was pretty decent. He made 1 clearance, didn't make any tackles, 1-2 duels. Wasn't on top of things like we normally see him or we expect him to be, but this was definitely better than his Morocco game. Definitely a step up from the Morocco game. On the left side, Moses Simon. Look, I'm somebody that I like Moses Simon. I don't like to be too critical of him. He created one chance in the game, but I also did not think that it was the best game. Couldn't really get past his man a lot of the time, or dribbled into too much pressure, into too much space. Still completed 4 dribbles out of 7 attempted. But I feel it. I sometimes I reminisce and I think about the AFCON 2021 when we played in Cameroon, and I remember what Moses Simon was doing in that AFCON, and then I'm like, who do we have to go and beg? What can we do to get that Moses Simon back? Still a leader in the team. He's 30 years of age now, so he's an Agba. He's one of the senior players in the team. But Simon just doesn't seem to have that same explosiveness. He doesn't seem to have like our coach would say, the aggressivity. Just it doesn't look like it gels as much as it used to. And I hate to, it's natural, it's life. Nobody's going to be at the top forever. That's just the way football works. You work hard, you get there, you plateau for a little bit, maybe you keep going higher, and then you have a decline. And I hate to say it, but based on performances for the Super Eagles, if you said that Moses Simon was on a decline, I don't really have any factual evidence to disagree with you. I didn't think it was a great game from him today, but it wasn't like terrible. But he didn't create the spark that you would hope that he can create. Chukwueze on the right side was trying to create things for Nigeria. You could see him try. Of course, he had the quote-unquote disallowed. Well, technically, Ako would have gotten the assist, but he created that opportunity, from his header that was saved, and then putting it back in the box, and then Ako headed it, and it hit on Wachu before going in. You could see what Chukwueze was trying to do in the match. Maybe he could have done better with the header, but he was also working hard defensively. He got 6 successful tackles, 3 interceptions, 14 goals won. I thought Chukwueze was the attacker who was trying to do the most. Chukwueze was the attacker who was having the most spark in the attack. So I give him credit for that. Probably the best performer on the field from the outfield players was Chukwueze today. I'll probably say that. A lot of credit goes to Samuel Chukwueze. And then the 2 in attack, we had Paul Onwachu. 45 minutes played. Didn't really do anything, to be honest. Didn't really do anything. Won a couple of free kicks for us, which were good. But, Onwachu and Ako both did not do anything, if I'm being honest. Ako played 90 minutes, fairly surprisingly. I think it also just means that our other strikers that are on the bench, Eric Shell just thinks that they are completely bad. The likes of Salim Fago, Eric Shell just doesn't think that they have it. Because Ako did not play anything. With all due respect to him, I'm happy he scored the penalty. I like Ako. He's my guy. He's my friend. But he did not play anything in today's game. One shot on target, of course, led to the disallowed goal. But other than that, it was just like cardio, just running around, burning some calories, not really offering much. Kim and Onwachu did not really have anything going for them. Lookman came on for Onwachu at halftime. When Lookman came on, Lookman also had a disallowed goal. Of course, he scored the winning penalty in the shootout. Tried to create some moments, but wasn't really able to give us anything. Alex Iwobi came off the bench and replaced by Tosai Samuel. Scored in the shootout as well. We give him credit for that. 93% pass completion, but again, wasn't able to create anything in the game. And then Awaziam and Ejuke came on in stoppage time. So, nothing to really talk about there. Overall, Eric Shell for this game, considering the fact that he rotated the team, considering the fact that it was a third place playoff, did not have the right intensity, did not have the creativity. We still won, so I'll give him credit for that. I wouldn't really judge him based on the performance in today's game, honestly. I know that, yes, he obviously wants to win the bronze medal. Eric Shaw never seen bronze for AFCON before. So this is a feather in his cap. This is something that he can put in his resume. But yeah, half decent coaching job at best. Nothing really to write home about. Like I said, I'm not giving ratings for this match because honestly, I wouldn't give that many good ratings. And I thought the match was a bit of a drab match. It just dragged on. I was watching the game. I was bored. One of my friends was like, I missed the entire first half. I forgot. I said, guy, you did not miss anything. You just don't worry. There was nothing for it to have seen. So a bit of a drab match. And yeah, my overall thoughts on the AFCON. I'm happy we got the bronze medal. I'm happy we got the bronze medal. What they say, aim for the moon, and if you don't get there, at least you land among the stars. And that's what happened with us. We aimed for the moon, we landed among the stars. If we were on the other side of the bracket, if we had faced Egypt instead of Morocco, maybe we would be in the final. Who knows? If we had faced Senegal instead of Morocco, who knows how that would have gone? But of course, we faced Morocco. We lost the game. We take the bronze medal. Chin up. We won the bronze in 2019 with Gunnar Raw. We fumbled in 2021. In 2023, we got the silver. In 2025, we got another bronze. We are serial medalists when it comes to the AFCON. In fact, bronze medal is our favorite. We love our bronze medal. We always like that bronze medal. We they carry and pass anybody. But we need to win the gold, man. We need to win the gold. We need to win the gold. We need to win the gold. I am in my 20s. So it means that I've only watched my country win one AFCON. I know Ghana, a lot of them have never seen their country win. They won it when some of them where they were not even born. But that's not the conversation for today. For me, as a Nigerian in my 20s, I've only seen my country win one AFCON. With all the braggadocious energy that I've carried throughout my life supporting Nigeria, like it's crazy that I've only seen my country win one AFCON. So I think that's, we need to do better next time. I'll give kudos to the players. I'll give kudos to the coach. They worked hard. They excited us. They gave us lots of happy moments in this tournament. They made us believe that we could actually do it. We're watching this team and saying, is this Barca or is this Nigeria? How are we not at the World Cup? We're asking so many questions. So I'll give them, if you can make me happy for 3 weeks out of 4, I give you credit for that, and I say thank you. Thank you for fighting for our country, despite all the shortcomings, despite all the NFF issues. Believe me, the issues are more than you see. The issues are more than just, they did not pay us our money on time. They deal with a lot, and they just chin up, and then they do these things because they want to make the country proud, and of course for themselves as well. There's a little bit of personal glory to be attained from it. Eric Shell, you've done a good job. I think that Eric Shell is a decent coach. I think that Eric Shell should stay on the job. I wouldn't compare him to the previous coaches because, again, football is a results business. I don't care what kind of football you play. Football, when I say I don't care, don't get me wrong, I care. But I'm just saying, like in general, football is a results business. What matters is whether you win or not. And Eric Shell has not quite won. So you cannot jump and tell me, he's far better than this guy, but then the guy took us to the final. Or he's far better than that guy, but then that guy also won a bronze medal. It's a bit of how do you justify it? Football is a results-based business. We've seen top coaches that have gone to certain teams, they did not get the results and they got sacked. It does not mean that they're not good coaches. It just means that they did not deliver on the job. But Eric Shell, I give him credit. His first AFCON, he's with Nigeria, he's got to the bronze medal, and he'll take some positive notes from there. Only 1 year on the job. And then moving forward, I think that they should keep the coach. I think that they should keep the team together. As many players as possible from this team should stick together. Of course, there are certain players that maybe might need replacement. If we are able to find better options, or bright options, then bring them in. I'm not somebody that, some people have been clamoring, Ndidi must go, Ndidi must go. If Ndidi comes, who go play? We've seen it at this AFCON that if Ndidi is not there, we're not like, replace him. And when I was saying it here, people were talking to me like I'm mad. And one thing that I say is that, look, I'm not 100% right, but one thing is that a lot of the time I'm right. A lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And even if I might seem that I'm not right in the moment, time will prove me right. Because with Ndidi, I said it, time has proven me right. With Iwobi, I said it, time has proven me right. Certain players that you cannot throw away from the team, because if you do, we know get to go come there, go do that kind of job. And no matter what you think about Ndidi, he's not as fast. He gets tired. He's old. Is this one? Is that one? Look, we don't have who can do that job yet. So for me, when you want to transition somebody out of the team, you must also be transitioning somebody else in that can do a job. You either have to do it as good or better, or we see the potential for you to become a star in the future. So if the coach can identify those players, if the coach can get a freer hand to select his own players, because again, Mohamed Usman did not play a single minute in this AFCON. Only God knows why he was in the squad. But I mean, he has gotten all the match bonuses, so I'm sure he's happy about that. Salim Fagulawal played chicken change minutes, I think, in 2 matches. Only God knows how he got into the AFCON squad in the first place, with all due respect to him. But again, he has gotten his match bonus. He has gotten that reputation boost from winning an AFCON medal. Congratulations to him. But I think that if the coach can get a freer hand to select his own teams in the future, it might be better and it should be better for the Super Eagles in general. Overall, I'm optimistic. I think that we have some quality. I think that we can do well. It's unfortunate that we're not currently in the World Cup picture. But AFCON 2027 in East Africa, we go again. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let me now bring people on to share their thoughts on the game. Like I said, talk to me about the Egypt game. Talk to me about the AFCON in total. Talk to me about the coach. Talk to me about the future of the Super Eagles. And of course, you can also talk to me about, who your best player from this tournament was for the Super Eagles. Okay, before I do so, let me just acknowledge my super chat, man. Thank you very much. I see some people are supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Um, is Felix says, "Oh yeah, I hope this will help." And W Lookman for the win. Thank you very much, man. Every little helps. Every little helps. Thank you for the super chat. Olayinka Falola says, Eric Shell has done well, unbeaten in regulation time, 4 clean sheets from a previously shaky defense, highest goal scorers. Big Stanley coming good at last after the madness in the World Cup qualifiers. Yes, yes, yes. Big Stanley coming good at last. And you're right. Our defense got better as the tournament went on. After conceding against Tanzania, Uganda, Tunisia, we then kept clean sheets going forward in the it's so crazy. We kept clean sheets throughout the knockout round, but we somehow finished it. You would think that if a team doesn't concede in the entire knockout stage, you would think that that team is winning the trophy. But oh man, it is what it is, man. Football is like that. It's like that sometimes. And let me just say, yes, Big Stanley, man. We have to give him his props, man. We have to give him his props. We have to give him his props. We have to give him his props. He did well. But it also speaks to what the coach thinks about our sub goalkeepers. I wouldn't get too much into that. But of all the teams that have gotten this far in the tournament, Nigeria, maybe I've not gone to double check, but almost every other team at least played their sub goalkeeper in in one or two of the games. Even in this third place match, you could have decided to go with Zoho. But Nigeria, we didn't really trust our sub goalkeepers, except maybe the game against Uganda. We didn't really trust our sub goalkeepers. But all in all, even when Nwabali looked like he might be injured, they did not even risk it. I honestly would have thought Nwabali would not keep this game. But, shout out to Big Stanley Nwabali, man. He's done well. He's done well. Alex T, welcome, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, brother. I'm doing well. But yeah, I agree with majority everything you said. It was a good game, the Egypt game. First of all, congratulations. They won the bronze. They said the person that carries second, person that carries second got upset. Person that carries third is happy. It's funny, right? How we were happy. We got third, but we're happy. But the person that's going to lose second will be upset. So
True.
we are happy because of that. We are happy. I think overall, Eric Shell, at least he has something to put in his resume. He got a bronze medal. He got something, For Nigeria, bronze medal is a lot. We don't get too much. The tournament was great. It was a good tournament. We see a lot of improvement from our team, especially our defense. You know, Stanley Nwabari did not actually do so much in the whole tournament. He didn't do that much. I've seen Egypt goalkeeper, the main goalkeeper, in some of their games, he will save upon save upon save. But Stanley Nwabari, there was nothing really. So, which means our defense were doing their job.
Yeah.
Like you said, everybody was worried about our defense, but hey, they showed this, they came through. We didn't have a line. We have Osai. Osai step up his game. Bruno step up his game. There is something that I like about Osai. It's a little bit aggressive than Olaina. Olaina is a good player, but sometimes it's like he doesn't take it serious sometimes. But I can see that Osai is a little bit aggressive when he's playing. And I like him. Our defense line was Bassi needs to move on and get a better team. I think it's a greater club to play. Ajayi step up too. Today, I think he stepped up his game really, really well. He was there, So our defense line was good. Now, I will go back to everybody talking about Onyeka. We clearly see that Onyeka is not it. He's not on that level. Onyedika is not on that level yet. There is no replacement for Ndidi. We we've seen that we always need Alex Iwobi. We always need Ndidi at least. Maybe Onyeka it's can be 50-50 because of his energy and running around. I will not play Onyeka as a defensive midfielder because it will cause a lot of fouls. But Onyedika is not it. He needs to leave Belgium, maybe. I don't know. I saw something that he was going to go to Galatasaray, whatever. But I don't know if that's it. Is
Rumors.
that's the true?
Rumors.
Yeah, I know it's rumor, but Onyedika is not it, man. Sometimes you hold the ball and it's like, he doesn't even know what to do. And I was like, dude, move the ball forward. Why are you standing? He was like, he's opening his eye, nobody to give. Yo, do something. It's not it. Onyedika is not it. He needs to improve himself. He needs to prove himself. Moses Simon, like you said, right now, like presently, I will take Chukwueze over Moses Simon. I keep saying every time, Moses Simon is one directional player, man. You can see today, you always keep going to the same place. Dude, it doesn't work. Change your mind. Come to the middle. I think for me, Moses Simon, maybe he will phase out like Ahmed Musa, just keep coming and coming and coming and coming. And then at some point, he will just phase out. But at the same time, it looks like Eric Shell likes him because they keep bringing him in every time. Like today, I was like, why is he there for 90 minutes? I don't understand. I don't get it. I think see, that's one thing for me, though, about when a coach will bring players. Don't trust in players. I don't like it. I remember sometimes they will bring Teller. Teller will come on a friendly game. Will sit on the bench for the whole game. How are we supposed to know that these guys can play, even though maybe all these Fargo them, they come from a low-level club? Yo, some of the games, like the third place game, bring them in, give them like 10, 15 minutes, at least let us see them play. Benjamin Frederick, if everybody was acting like that, we wouldn't know Benjamin Frederick can play. Sometimes our game is like one. I think maybe some of these coaches, like I know what's his name, or whatever his name is, that Coach Benny, is one guy that is afraid to change. It does not make substitution. Maybe it's because of the way Nigeria act. Like even a friendly match, say we must win. So because of that, sometimes like, hey, I'm sticking with the people that I know. I think Shell does that too. Sometimes it's like I'm going to stick with this.
Shell doesn't. I don't think since Shell has been coach, I don't know if there's any game that he has made all five subs.
No, he doesn't.
He will make two, and then maybe he will make another one in 90 minutes or something.
And those two, we already know the two. It's either Moses Simon or Chukwueze or Dele Bashir. That's it. It doesn't make he won't try nobody because it's like that's my problem with coaches. Dude, try people, give them, be confident. I'm in EK 94. I watched 94 Nations Cup. Aminike did not play any game. He came in the finals. There was a game that Agaowa, was it when we host the same thing with Agaowa. He didn't play. He brought it in the Senegal game. He scored goals. Sometimes I remember Bofrey. You will use Tijani Gobangi and Finidi George. Instead of benching one of them, sometimes he will push Tijani to the left and put Finidi on the right. You got to take chances. Not saying that you should just go take any chances, but you got to give these boys sometimes chance to play. Like today, come on, what is the big deal? We win or lose, whatever. Bring these boys, bring them in, let them play. Give them the chance, 10, 20 minutes. AFCON does not have to play 90 minutes. Moses Simon does not have to play 90 minutes. Take them out, let them play. But no, I know it's hard to change goalkeepers. They don't really, really change goalkeepers like that. Most people don't change goalkeepers.
Not during the game. It's whoever starts that will finish for goalkeepers at least.
Yeah, for the most part, they don't really change it like that. They will just stick with that goalkeeper. But Enwabali, we talked about him a lot, but I think Enwabali have always put us in the game, man. I don't think there's any Nigerian goalkeeper in a penalty that have caught so much than Enwabali in any tournament that I've watched.
In all the penalty shootouts that he's been in, I think he's saved at least one.
At least one.
Yeah, in all the shootouts.
Yeah, at least one. So Enwabali will always, like today when Dele shoot, I was like, oh boy. I can tell you that Ajayi did not want to play penalty.
Why? See, why would Ajayi even be a penalty taker in the first place? You
I
know?
know because he's not a ball player. But
Yes.
I knew when they changed him, when immediately he fell, he was like, boss, take me out. Because when he walked out of the field, he was walking good. So I was like,
Mm.
Ajayi. But I was disappointed that Chukwueze did not stay and play penalty. I wanted him to play. I
Mm.
really wanted him to play.
You
I,
know, it's a toss of the coin because someone like Chukwueze, if you go and you take a confident penalty and you score, you revive your reputation. But if you go and you miss again, if you miss again, I
I,
think probably the coach just said, "Let me protect him. We don't
I
need him."
think I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was protection. But it will be. Oh man, before he played that penalty, it will be like about to die. It was like, God, please help me, please help me, please help me. He was smiling, but he wasn't smiling.
I could tell he was so nervous, man.
Yeah, he was nervous, but it was a good penalty though
It was,
because
it
he
was
was he was so patient. He was patient. He didn't like try to
he
rush
waited for the keeper to move and then
to
he played.
move. Yeah, so he just played it. He was like, "Oh, this is free," but you can tell he was relieved. I mean, the tournament. This is a good Egypt game. There's nothing to count about. I'm beginning to worry about Akko Adams. I like him, but it's game, man. He cannot hold the ball. He
Mm.
cannot hold the ball. He's always losing that. You give him pass, he's always losing the ball. I don't understand. I think I'm beginning to worry. He needs to step up his game. I like his energy. He can run. He can, support whoever the striker is. But I think his ball holding and controlling, it's kind of like he's weak. I think he needs to work on that. He's weak. Onoashi, they've been saying Onoashi today. He came in. This guy is like the same thing with Tulu. You're a big dude. Your body alone, you can shade these guys. You don't have to do too much. That elbow was really an elbow because his hand was moving back. I can tell his hand was moving. I watched it again after the game. His hand actually moved back.
No, but I'm saying maybe it's just because Onuachu is tall now. If he was a shorter
Yeah,
player,
that's not. But when you're tall, you
no,
can just raise your
I,
hand.
I know. I'm just saying,
Yeah, you don't have
you know,
to move.
if Onuachu was like 5'9" now, that elbow would have maybe been in the guy's stomach there for no give up.
Yeah, yeah. Because these guys are big. You can look at Lukman. Lukman is the shortest guy, but he jump high. He jump hit ball. But ball will come to Onuashi. You don't have to jump. So I don't know, but I think it was a good game. I hope they can keep Shell. I hope they can keep him. I don't think so. I don't think they can keep him. There will be other teams that will come because why I say that is because of the World Cup.
But there's
Because
everybody has a coach that is going to the World Cup now. They have their coaches already.
hey, anything could happen. It might not be a World Cup team. There might be a team that might bring good money because it's the money right now. It's the highest bidder right now. The guy already got what he wants. He knows that with Nigerian team there is so much talent. He could use it and build his resume because he doesn't really have nothing. Now you have a good resume. But if an ISB that comes, unless you really, really want to stay with Nigeria,
Mm.
but for him to stay with Nigeria, we need to do the right thing. We need to pay him. They need to give him the free hand to do what he wants to do and give him time. Because I was foreseeing like the 94 thing going on. Like I thought maybe it would be like the 94, we'll win the Nations Cup, we'll go to the World Cup, keep them together. But of course, we're not going. People still think we're going. I don't know. Maybe I'm still hoping. I'm hoping, but I don't see it. But I'm hoping that it will happen. But I think they should keep him, give him time, pay him. They should pay him and let him keep most of the players. But I think some of the players, I know some of the players will not come back. A lot of them, some of them will not come back. I don't feel like, for me personally, I don't think Moses Simon, like I said, should come back, but he's going to come in like Musa. He's just going to be coming and
Oh,
coming.
I have to let you go now, but I will say let's not put Moses Simon and Musa in the same category because it's not like we don't have we have much clearer, better options than Moses Simon. Let's say you don't call Moses Simon, who do you call? That's the question. You know, Moses
Yeah,
Simon is obviously not a starter anymore. So now he's a substitute player. But if you don't call him in a 25-man squad, if you don't call Simon, who are you calling? You
yeah,
don't
true.
you don't really have
Especially,
clear options until
especially the type of the style that Sheila is playing, bringing Lukman in the middle. If Lukman was playing on the right, I would say okay, fine. But because he's using Lukman in the middle, I can see that yeah, Moses. That's why I said Moses Simon will still come.
Yeah, but no,
So he
you
would
said
just
I
phase
got
out.
that part because Musa was taking another person's spot. Like
Oh, yeah.
we
For
had
him, he would
better
take it out. Yeah.
we had better players, but they were
Yeah. That's true.
but
That's
so I
true.
think Simon's zone is a bit better. Look, our young players, the likes of Sani Suleiman, are just joined Leipzig. If he can go and impress in Germany, and we can see him and say, okay, this is a bright young winger, maybe he can come in. Maybe the likes of Olakule has been there, did not impress as much. Maybe if the coach looks at the likes of Otele and finds some quality in them, and even though Otele is already 26, 27, so he's not a youngin anymore. But before we can throw players out, I'll just keep saying this: before we can let players go, we need to have able replacements. That's the reason why
Yeah.
Simon will be there. That's the reason why Ndidi is continuing. Ndidi will be a starter for
Oh,
Nigeria.
indeed. Indeed. Nobody. There's no changing in
For
the.
the next 4 years, it will be
Yeah, there's
rookie
no
starting
changing in
for
the.
Nigeria. Obviously the coach did not see anything that he liked in Ebenezer Akintomiro, which is sad to say but if the coach saw something that he liked in Akintomiro would have played. Clearly, the coach did not see anything that he liked. Did not see any quality in Usman. Very little quality in Fago. So let's just see how he shapes up. But Alex Steven, thank you very much.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Let me move forward quickly. People are saying Tunisia have already hired a new coach. So yes, they sacked their coach, but they've already hired a new coach. So Eric Shaw cannot go to Tunisia unless they want to sack the coach that they just hired to come and now carry him. Unless Egypt sack their coach now after this this AFCON. But Tunisia already hired a new coach, so Eric Shaw cannot go there. Obasi, welcome, sir.
Hello, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, but your camera angle is very awkward, sir.
Okay, can you see me now?
I mean, you can see your head a little bit.
Is it better?
Okay, it's better. Yes, you can go on.
Okay. Yes, IoT, thank you so much. It's a pleasure being on your program.
Thank you for that.
Very quickly, I'll just talk about the Nigeria-Egypt match. In this match, thumbs up to Nwabali. I was really impressed with his ability to save penalties. Nwabali is good. This is his third penalty shootout that he has saved at least one or two spot kicks that would have given us the advantage, but we didn't take it at some point. Then Igbo, I think I was quite happy with him. He did step in quite well in that defense in place of Calvin Bassey. And then Shemi Ajayi is another beautiful player, wonderful player. I was really, really happy with him. He played quite well, and he has been very consistent for the Super Eagles. And I'm hoping he gets a better club. Rafael Oyedika, my problem with Rafael Oyedika is that he seems not to have gotten to that level where he plays in very decisive encounters. In the match against Morocco, he had several periods of indecisiveness in midfield. So he didn't do a very particularly good job in replacing Wilfred Ndidi. Looking at the entire AFCON, the third place match, getting the bronze is not bad. At least we're happy. We all know the circumstances. It's extremely difficult playing against the host. Very difficult. In fact, that we got that match to penalties in itself was kudos to the team. We only didn't take our chances during spot kicks. Regarding Eric Chell, I think they should keep him. He has done a fantastic job. He has transformed the team. He has brought back the fear factor. At a point in the AFCON, nobody wanted to play us. Anytime you are paired with Nigeria, you have a lot of worries. You see that the Moroccans even took the game extra careful because they knew our quality. Then in terms of the future, I think our future is quite bright. We'll perform better in the next AFCON. And the only thing is that our football administration needs to do the needful, friendly matches, paying player bonuses, supporting Eric Shell as much as possible, not imposing players on him and things like that. Then for the best players, it's difficult to choose one, but the people I'll give include Ademola Lookman. That guy, once it's AFCON, it's like he transforms. He becomes the Incredible Hulk, or he becomes he transforms from Carl Kent to Superman. Yeah. So Ademola Lookman is outstanding. Calvin Bassey, he played his heart out, and I salute his discipline. Knowing fully well he couldn't play the next match, he still gave his very best in Morocco, and I think he's one of those that made it very difficult for the Moroccans to actually get a goal against us. And then not forgetting Iwobi, his defense piercing passes.
Mm.
So I think that's it for now.
All right. Thank you very much. No, you're not wrong. It's hard to pick. It's hard to pick one player that was outrightly the best, and that's something that makes me really happy because remember at the last AFCON, you could clearly see, okay, defensively, Ekong and he was scoring penalties. Lukman was the person in attack. But right now, we have so many players that did well. Bassi did well. Iwobi did well. Osime did well. Lukman did well. And I'm happy because we're not over reliant on any one player.
Yes.
Even though, yes, you can still kind of say that the games that Osime has not played, our attack has not quite been the same, but still, it looks like we have different players that are functioning. Go on.
Yeah, I think I agree 100% with you. And that is one area where I would need to praise Eric Schell. You can see what happened to us in the second half of the Congo match when Osimhen was not there. He has worked on the team so much that even if Osimhen does not play at all, we can still sustain ourselves in a match. It cannot be as bad as that second half against Congo. So, and I'll praise Eric Shaw for doing that. And Osimhen himself has realized that he can't be there all the time. So he's becoming more of a team player, making sure that the team, excels even without him.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Obasi. I appreciate you joining me and sharing your thoughts today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. Okay, up next we have Zizo. If Zizo is ready, and then Prof Data, then NSC Rave, and then Shion. I'm not sure if Zizo is ready. Prof Data, are you ready? Hello. Yes, we can't see your face, sir.
Wait, let me get to somewhere there's light because okay, I think you can see me.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to stand because my daughter has just been following me around. Okay. I'm happy of today's result because there's one thing this team did that's different from Pesero's team. This team impressed me by their play, not only as a team, also the input of individual players is far better than what Pesero's team did. The only difference is that it was unfortunate this team lost their semi-final match. That's the only difference I see in that. They lost their semi-final match. And I'm happy they won the bronze. Now, Pesero, the coach did something which the last speaker said, which is very important. At least this team has been able to play without Osimhen, and at least they were able to get a result that was okay. That is something I'm cheerful about. Concerning the future, I will only I will wish the team goes back, review what went on in this AFCON and see how they can improve. Concerning Onyedeka, I will advise him to listen to what Osimhen said in one of the press conference, that he went through his games in the last AFCON, and that helped him to evolve as a better player. Onyedeka, I know the guy to me, he's still a good player. He's a defensive midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder, but there's some things Ndidi has, which he doesn't have. One, Ndidi has been able to play in and live up to expectation in great games. Then, secondly, Ndidi has more experience than him. These two, but there could be others. It's left for what's his name, Onyedika, to see how he can work on those factors to help himself. Then again, the NFF, they have a lot of jobs to do. I hope you are aware, in the month of March, the Falcons are going to Morocco. If you look at the grouping, when Group C,
Yeah.
Morocco's in Group A. You know, sometimes tournaments differ, but if you judge it in normal, what normally goes on, the winner of Group C and the second place in D, whoever wins, normally, most tournaments normally ends up meeting the people that emerge from Group A. So it's a high tendency the Falcons are going to face Morocco. And Morocco, they don't care. The only thing Morocco did in this tournament, I think the laser beams weren't much. I didn't, but the Falcons are going to face such a kind of thing. So the NFF have to prepare. You know, one of the biggest problems with Nigerian football, to me, I continue, is the NFF. They owe players, they don't prepare. There's a lot they have to do. The Super Eagles, I hope they can be able to prepare much friendlies for them because, you know, Shell is clear, no matter what people say, it's clear that, like, there's a kind of lack of trust on using the substitute players. The only way he can be able to, you know, will I call it, obtain that trust from them is by organizing friendly games. You know, this is something that has to be done. You know, in order for him to test these players and build the trust in them. Now, I'm going to say this. You see online now, he's very good. But what Bright Osai Samuel put up in this tournament, let me tell you the truth. If I'm still, I'll still stick with Bright Osai Samuel. I'm telling you the truth. Unless he's able to put up something in the training that's going to change my mind. Osai Samuel, to me, in this tournament, he impressed me. Yes, in the first two matches, he looked quite shaky, but he really impressed me. So, you know, I don't know what else to say, but this is what I have to say. The NFF has a lot to do because, you know, our developmental stage is, you know, a problem. I remember I think it's in your show or Smith's show, someone's made it clear we haven't qualified for the Olympic male football team for a long time. The last time we were there was in Rio when Siasa took them. We have not qualified for such a tournament, and you know that is something that, you know, that's not nice. You know, the NFF has to work very hard because this AFCON, I think after the 2027 AFCON, then the 2020, it is going to be a 4 years. So that means any qualification is going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough. And if you miss out, you miss out. NFF is sometimes they have to find a way to see how they develop this player. Because one of my problem with them is their corruption level. They bring players that are not up to the task, especially in these youth stages. It's a problem.
Yeah,
I wish
we
they can
cannot get
change it,
into NFF this evening. We will not finish.
brother. So, you know, I'm happy of what happened. The NFF, and again, another problem. I don't know if these people sabi write petition because what happened in Morocco game, I don't know if they put up petitions. You
No,
know,
I
this
mean they can complain. I'm sure they will probably complain, you know, and write something to CAF, but nothing is going to change, you know, unfortunately. So
no, I know, but in the NFF, now them be the biggest problem for this. So I'm happy. Thanks for what you have been doing. I'm glad, you know, of what the result today, because when I didn't watch the match fully, you know, my internet cut off, you know, so it was towards the end, you know, I started watching the penalties, and I'm happy these players that have been avoiding penalties, he will be look, man, they played, and one thing, if you see how they play the penalty, they use their thinking. They waited for the goalkeeper to commit themselves. Then they just, you know, slaughtered it. That's, you know, that's the way how penalties are played. So,
all right.
you know, that's the end. So thanks for your show. I'm
Thank you
grateful.
very much, Prof. Data. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Alrighty. Obviously the NFF, man, like there's so much that they need to get right. And he rightly mentioned, in case you're not aware, the WAFCON is coming up next March. I say next March, this March, 2 months from now, the Super Falcons will be in Morocco. Yes, it's happening in Morocco again because they're the ones that are best prepared to host this tournament. So yes, the Super Falcons will be playing in Morocco. They are in Group C alongside Zambia, Egypt, and Malawi. So not the easiest group, but still a group that we expect to win. The top two teams from each group will go straight to the quarterfinals. So 4 groups, top 2 teams straight to the quarterfinals. There is no best third place in this next WAFCON. So 2 teams from each group go to the quarterfinal, and then the 4 teams that make the semi-final will qualify automatically for the 2027 FIFA Women's World Cup that is taking place in Brazil. And then the beating quarterfinalists will face again because there are 2 spots for CAF in the intercontinental playoffs to qualify for the World Cup. So hopefully the Super Falcons is not really then normally they know they let us down. So we know that they will qualify for the World Cup and hopefully they can retain their African crown. But yes, we'll get into all of that. And of course, we'll be doing all of this again in March when the Super Falcons come because at Eagle Striker, we love women's football. So yes, stay tuned. Up next, I have Kunle, who has been waiting patiently. Thank you very much, Kunle. You are welcome.
Hello, Ayo.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm alright, thank you. I'm actually very happy with Eric Chell because he's giving us this progressive style of football, and he's brought back the Nigerian aggressive style of play. Nigeria has never been a defensive team, anyways. Going by what Jose Pesero did for us at the last and AFCON, there's a lot of improvement in the team. Yeah, we didn't go to the final, we didn't get the goal, but progress. The process. There's a process now that the players can look up to, and I feel there's more commitment in the team now with the way the guys played. See people like players like Osai Samuel, for example. I was very skeptical, from the beginning, not having what was his name, Olaina. But stepping up, he stepped up. Calvin Bassey was a beast in the defense. Semi Ajayi, I was actually very skeptical about him because I felt that this guy, but he was actually, he stepped up to the game. I actually miss Benjamin Fredericks. He was one player I was looking forward to see play at the AFCON. Yeah, Benjamin Fredericks. But at the end of the day, I'm so proud of the team, irrespective of the result against Morocco. And I felt the referee was awful that day. For me, it was a disgrace. Like, African football is supposed to have gone way past that kind of, officiating. It was just so disgraceful. I just don't even want to remember it. And the truth is, NFF is the weapon that's been fashioned against the national teams, to be honest with you. And there's this trend. Whenever this money issue comes, the players go striking because of their pay. We end up not getting to where we are supposed to get to. It's been a trend during the playoffs. It happened. We couldn't beat DR Congo. That's become like an Achilles heel to the team. It happened again. We couldn't progress against Morocco. In as much as, there were various factors that mitigated against the team progressing, but at the end of the day, the NFF too, we are very, very culpable. I don't just understand why doing the right thing is so hard for our football administrators. It's just so painful. But generally, I'm happy I'm so happy. Stanley Wabali, awesome. There's no arguments about who's the number one goalkeeper right now for the Eagles. Stanley Wabali is obviously up there. Bruno Onyemaechi, wow, superb. And I think the way it is right now, I don't see Zaidou Sanusi coming back to that spot. I don't think so. And Ademola Lookman, he was awesome. Alex Iwobi, wow, he was just wow throughout the tournament. His passes, pass accuracy, and everything. Wilfred Ndidi, the anchor of the midfield, holding things down, giving Iwobi the freedom to play and express himself. It was just so perfect. Rafael Onyedika, he has a lot of work to do, because naturally he should step into the role, but obviously against Morocco he was just off it completely. He needs to work more. He needs to just as Victor Osimhen said during his press conference, that he had after the last AFCON, he had to watch his performances and probably see how to improve and work better with the team. Indeed, Rafael Onyedika needs to do that because he's an anchorman. And for you to be an anchorman, you're like the link between the defense and the attack. So if he's not linking up with the play, then and after waiting for so long to have the opportunity to step into that role, and at the end of the day, he's disappointing. I'll naturally feel bad for him because he's been serving the team, be waiting. So he needs to really, really step up. And I'll be happy to see him succeed. Personally, I'll be so happy to see Rafael Onyedika succeed. But it's up to him to decide. See how well Benjamin Fredericks had to step up. He took his opportunity. He came into the team, made an impact, and now suddenly everybody misses him for not even being in the team. Victor Osimhen, Victor Osimhen is our X factor. We all know that. But I'm so happy that the game against Egypt, Victor Osimhen didn't play, so we could see how well we can cope without the Osimhen factor. Akko Adams too needs to work on his ball holding ability. He's a good player. He's got the skill. He's got the physique. But that ball holding ability is an issue. He needs to be able to hold the ball more, hold up play. Link up with other players and just be like a connecting. To connect, and goals will come. But generally, I feel the team has progressed so much. We have a playing identity now, and that's one thing that been lacking with the Super Eagles. And that's one of the reasons why I feel we didn't even qualify for the World Cup, because we didn't have an identity. We couldn't play. We couldn't impose our style of play. So, but generally, I'm happy. I'm proud for the team. I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and in spite of all the odds that were against us, we still come. We still came through, and we came home with something. Even though we didn't come with what we expected, but we came home with something, and that's a sign that better things to come. And long may it continue. I thought the game against Egypt was not too bad. Not too bad.
I have one question for you before I let you go.
Okay.
AFCON 2023, we played a more pragmatic style of football.
Mm-hmm.
We finished second. AFCON 2025, we played all-out attack, entertaining football. We finished third. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer this team. I prefer this style of play because that is the Nigerian DNA.
Even if you don't achieve as much, you still prefer this style?
Yes, because we only progress. We're not going back. We're going forward.
Progress is doing better now. We did worse.
Yeah, but when I mean progress is the style of play, the identity is there. When you talk about teams like Brazil, they have an identity, they have this way of playing. You talk about Spain, France, they have a style. But we've not had a style. Playing defensive, playing the pragmatic style of football. It's never been a Nigerian thing. At least
I agree.
Yeah. I've been opportune to watch the Eagles since like '98. Growing up, watching them play and all that. We've never been a pragmatic team. Yes, we're able to hold up play. We're able to hold our own when we're under pressure and probably protect our leads. But that pragmatic style, we are not Italy. We are not the Italians. We play progressive football, play attacking football. We play with flair. We play skillful football. That's our DNA, and I think it's actually coming out now. And I think Eric Chell too should also have more belief in his second 11, the guys on the bench. There are good guys there, but they just need the opportunity, and that's where friendlies should come in. NFF need to organize more friendlies for these guys to come up and play, so that Chell can actually, see what they have to offer to the team, bring a different flavor, bring something different that the opponent might not expect. There should always be that element of surprise in any team that you can just switch up play and, to get a result. So I think for me, I believe Eric Chell will succeed with this team. I believe so. I believe he'll succeed with the team. Pesero took us.
What does success look like before I let you go?
Success is trusting the system, advancing in the system, getting better with the system, and eventually getting, winning something. For example, Arsenal right now, I'm an Arsenal fan here. We've not won
for 5 years.
We've not won trophies. We've come third 3 times consecutively, but we've seen the trajectory of the team. And I think that's where the Eagles are going to.
I don't wish Arsenal for Super.
No. I don't wish us to go to the next AFCON and come third again. No. But I believe by the next AFCON, we'll be there. We'll be up there, and I believe we'll go for it. We'll win it definitely.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much, Kule. Nice hearing from you.
All right, cheers. Thank you.
All right, all right. I just asked that question because I find interesting different perspectives. I'm somebody that look, I prefer winning over style of play. That's just my own opinion. Football, I keep saying, is a results based business. If you pack balls for every game and you win the trophy, I will celebrate it more than if you tell me, oh, you played attacking football and you finished third. Obviously, I'm still proud of what the team did. Like I said earlier, they gave us a lot of happy moments. They made us smile. They made us excited to watch Nigeria play. They made us, the whole world was talking about Nigeria and how we're playing. So I'm happy about that. But at the end of the day, I would have been happier if we won, But obviously, some people prefer attacking football, finish third, than not so attacking and then finish second. Look, success in football is about winning trophies. At the end of the day, it's about winning trophies. Somebody said Unity Cup, please, please. That's like saying Arsenal won the Emirates Cup. Please, nobody cares about the Unity Cup. That was a friendly tournament. That's not a real trophy. Okay, Zizo B, welcome. Unmute yourself. No, we cannot hear you. Okay, Zizo B, maybe you need to leave and come back. Bimbo on point. I'm not sure if you are ready, but you need to turn on your camera so that we can see you. Hello?
Yes. This is my first time calling in. Okay.
Welcome.
And kudos to you. Kudos to you for what you do.
Thank you.
I've been following you for a while, even though I've not subscribed. I guess I will.
Yeah, you've been following that you've not subscribed. You have to subscribe now.
Yeah, I'll subscribe. So, first and foremost, you have to give credit to the coach and the technical team for switching things around in a very short period. The style they are playing, high pressure, possession football, and holding the midfield, is not a style you learn and play over a short period. Teaching them that style and playing it in this competition, you can see that towards the end of the competition, they were getting tired, kind of battle weary. Let me put it that way. If we had played Morocco, like round of 16 or quarterfinals, I guarantee you will have beaten them easily. But that aside, the present crop of players, most of them, they're in their late 20s. My fear is in the next 2-3 years, if something is not done recruiting younger players into the team, then we'll just be where we're at. We probably won't be able to win competitions. They are playing very well. They did exceptionally well in this competition, but the boys are aging. And Eric Shell, he needs to take more risks. When you are playing games, he's very, very, very tactical. He's sound. He just needs to, when the chips are down, and when there is a game to be won, he needs to switch things around and take a lot of risk. Yeah, he has a good team, but there are some positions, I guess, that it doesn't really have a replacement for. And if you don't have a replacement, what you do is you tinker with your game plan and move guys around, move some players that can be utility players into positions to do the damage for you. I mean, I was just thinking, like the game against Morocco, for instance, we knew we didn't have Ndidi, and that was a major setback for us. Onyedika was too slow. He was losing possession. My expectation was Onyedika won't come in the second half, but I still saw him on the field. I would have thought that he would have tried someone like Osai, moved him into the middle and cause damage. I mean, cause some commotion in that middle, and let someone like Awazim, or what's his name, put him in Osai's place. and see how things go and see how the Moroccans react to that. But anyway, uh, next 2 years, if we're able to keep Eric Shaw, I think the boys will be able to win the Nations Cup if they maintain this style of play. But if NFF messes up and goes for another coach, you can be rest assured we're going to start all over again.
Back to the drawing board.
Yes, they're going to start all over again.
Mm.
Give the boys their flowers. Give the coaching crew their flowers. They've done very well. I'm quite impressed with their style of play, and I hope they'll be lucky next time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please make sure you subscribe. Thank you.
We'll subscribe right away.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bimbo. So yes, he says that if the team sticks together, if the NFF does what is right, keeps Eric Shaw, he believes that there's success on the way for us in the future. Zizo B, let's try that again.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, today's match, I'm not really happy the way some of the players, the way they performed today, especially Moses and Akko.
Hmm.
Especially Akko. The same thing he was doing against Morocco is the same thing that I don't know what is wrong with his leg. He can't control ball. That is what I said in your this thing that day.
Yeah.
Why can't he control ball? Just control ball on your leg. It's not that they give you hard pass. Just simple pass, rolling ball, control it and turn and give to another person. It's hard for him. Yeah, he can't be losing ball just by passing ball to you. Just control and give it away to opponent. Even you see that ball, yeah. To be honest with you, if I'm in that position, yeah, I will not lose that ball. You see that ball, that guy shed as in use a little bit hand to shed him away. He would have been in control of that ball, assuming he made a little effort. I'm telling you the truth. He would have been in 100% control of that ball. Just dribble the keeper and score the goal.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's tired or I don't know. I don't just know. Moses own. He give Moses. Moses he will keep on going to the left. Before you know what is happening, they will collect ball from his leg. Yeah? He keep on doing this thing over the year since 2023 till 2025. He's still doing the same thing over and over and over. No result. I was thinking maybe that man should have pushed in the second half. He would have tell Chukwueze to go to the left while Fago be on the right. Let them try somebody. This is a third place. I know Nigeria need a medal. Yeah, we need medal, but Moses is not giving us result. This is an opportunity to try these small players. Maybe they have something in their locker. We don't we sitting here we don't know. Everything every in this life is all about chances. If you give them chance, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they did not utilize it. Everybody will know that yes, you have. But if you carry somebody to tournament throughout how many matches, seven matches, he did not play 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Come on. It's not good. You keep on using somebody that is not giving you any result. Tell me one meaningful thing Moses played today.
He scored his penalty.
But which penalty? I was not happy at all. Even that at a time I was asking myself, what is this man doing in this pitch safe? He give him ball, he will run. Pia, 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 pia. You would think he would just cross one good cross. He would just break the ball. Pass it back to our defense to start again. It doesn't make any sense. Sometimes you will lose the ball. Yeah, it can be. So I thought somebody that is getting older like him will be playing beautiful football. Simple. You see the way Salah. What our Papa said, our defenders they were on him. See the way he was giving one touch pass. what I expect from Moses. You want to improve. Your age, age is not on your. You don't need to improve to anybody anymore. Just play simple pass. Eh? See, I've said it. Eric Chell need to start looking for strikers. We need strikers. You can't be hoping on Osimhen. Assuming now they said, okay, FIFA has given Nigeria a chance to play off, and the what's his name? Osimhen got injured in and in Galatasaray. Is it Ako will play with the Onachu? These two teams, these two players, is it what they are playing today? They will play maybe against Jamaica or whatever. They will beat us. I'm telling you the truth. Nigeria will not go anywhere, even if they give the second chance to play against Jamaica. Jamaica will beat us. They can't play. These two people can't play. He can't control ball. He can't do nothing. Everything is just awkward. So it's only when Osimhen is on the team that will play well. It's not going to work. Maybe even Osimhen played that match and got injured, God forbid, 15 to 20 minutes, and they remove him. Who will play? We need to start looking for strikers that can control ball, face the defenders, push them all the way to their goal post and shoot correct shot on target. All this thing we are playing is not good at all. It's not good, and that's why we will struggle against Morocco. As soon as they mark Osimhen, nobody can do anything anymore. Even the midfielders, we need to start looking for midfielders that can control ball, that can give pass, that can push attack, that can shoot. Not all these scared midfielders we have. Onyedika cannot push ball. He's always scared. I don't know why he's scared. You see today he lost ball the same thing that happened against Morocco. He lost ball again today. Yeah, when you are playing Club Blues, you are playing Champions League every time. This match would have been easier for you to use and tell everybody that this is nothing to me. Yeah, he playing as if I don't just know. Yeah, you are playing ball week in, week out. What are you learning in your football club? What are you learning? You're not improving to me. Onyedika is not improving. Okay, God forbid that play off again. No Ndidi. Is it Onyedika will play?
You know something that I found interesting. Remember the last AFCON? There was no Ndidi, and Frank Onyeka was the one that was doing that work for us. I wonder why Onyeka wasn't used the way he was used at the last AFCON in the absence of Ndidi. Because even in the Morocco game, that we had both Onyedika and Onyeka on the field at the same time, they still played Onyedika as the defensive guy, and they allowed Onyeka to be more roaming. Because for me, I look at it, and I've said this on my shows previous times before, that Onyedika is not an Ndidi replacement, in my own opinion. He cannot tackle the way Ndidi tackles. He cannot read the play and intercept the way Ndidi does. But Onyeka can do that to a certain degree. So I wonder why the coach did not use Onyeka as the Ndidi replacement. The coach would have his reasons for that, but that's something that I was expecting.
But I understand what you are saying, that he can mark, he can do. Okay, which area is he good? Is he attack? That is, he can't even when he was pushing attack, he got lost. You don't even know what to do with the ball anymore. They collect ball in the nearest score with that ball they collected from him. The thing is that whether you are playing, as long as you are in that middle, whether you are playing defense or attacking midfielder, you don't need coach to teach you what to do with the ball when you get ball. When you get ball, your eyes is open. It's either you go middle or you go left or you go right. Simple as that. You don't need anybody to teach you again what to do with the ball.
I understand what you're saying, but
For him, once he got the ball, he will be having double mind. What am I going to do? Should I pass? Should I move? Should I play back? Confusion will be in his mind. That's why I said to you, he's always lost. In that match against Morocco, that guy was totally lost on that game. That's why you see him these people collecting ball from him anyhow. He was lost. It's only Onyeka was suffering, moving about, rolling like a headless chicken that day. Assuming that guy was removed earlier, Onyeka would have understood because he was at times he was confusing Onyeka. I don't know why he's playing ball like this. Is AFCON. You are not. Even the Morocco game today wasn't that I didn't see Morocco as a strong opponent like that. But still, he's still making mistake.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. So in general,
What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say, this team is fine, but they need to get more serious players that are young that can push these people. It's either they made them to improve or they push them away so that they will dominate their position. That is what I'm trying to say. Give others chance to improve, to show what they can offer. You understand? It's either they make these people step up their game that, oh, this person will collect this position from me, they won't be calling me anymore, or they throw them away, they won't be calling them again. These new people will dominate that midfield or attack or anywhere, any position Eric Shea want to make any changes. That is what my stand in this team. But for them to remain with this kind of players, my brother, even if we qualify for World Cup, nothing for us. I'm telling you the truth, nothing. Nigeria won't even qualify from their group. I'm telling you to be honest, because these people, they will mark Osimhen. Once they mark Osimhen, the team is dead. We can't play anymore again. We need players that can take on strikers, take on defenders, take on anybody. Not all these give pass will run, go to your opponent. Opponent will collect ball easily. Yeah? Make these people collect yellow card from you. Today we are the one collecting yellow card. It doesn't make sense. It's not good. Is it what you are going to play in the World Cup if eventually will qualify for World Cup? Yeah? The team you are going to face, they are intelligent. All these Portugal and all these people, they are Colombia, they are very intelligent. Yeah? They need to step up their game. It's not good at all. It's not good.
All right. Are you happy with the bronze medal? No.
Yeah, bro. Our bread is better than nothing, my brother. Since they don't want us to collect the trophy, let us be managing the bronze. At least that one will be counting and counting till one day God will bless us with the trophy.
Yeah, good. All right. Thank you.
And the next AFCON is next year. It's very close. They need to start now. Everything they need to. This one is, and I know that CAF is giving them third place money, and that money is very huge. It's more than $3,000, $3 million. You understand? It's a lot of money. They should use it to offset everything. So even with the one government gave them, they use it to settle every problem they have with money. They shouldn't be telling us, oh, there's no money, there's no money. Every time there's no money, every time there's no money. If we don't have money, we should stop playing football now. Everybody should go home. Yeah, it's not every time they keep on telling us nonsense story. There's nothing like there's no money. There is money. People are eating the money. If there is no money, we should stop participating in any tournament. It's very simple. They should stop deceiving people. There is money. You understand? There is money. For you to qualify Nations Cup, there is money for you. Round 16, quarter-final, semi-final, final, third place, there is money for it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. This is
Okay, my brother. Take care. Salute you.
Thank you. All right. Zizo, that was very interesting. Has lots of comments on players like Simon and Edika, but I understand where he's coming from. You know, we definitely need to get better at a lot of things. And just speaking about the prize money, for anybody that's wondering, for getting to the semi-finals, Nigeria got $2.5 million, and then for finishing third, an additional $700,000. So that is the total of 3.2 million United States dollars for finishing third in the AFCON. How would that money be used? How would that money be spent by the NFF? We have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. But yes, a total of 3.2 million US dollars for the Super Eagles for finishing third at the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. So decent payday for the NFF. That's the interesting thing with winning prize money at tournaments. The money goes to the federation, so ultimately the players will get their bonuses as prescribed, but then the money goes to the NFF. $3.2 million. Let's see how far that takes us in terms of our football administration. Let's see how they spend money. Unfortunately, they are not going to give us any breakdown of their spending, but we hope that we wouldn't run. Super Falcons are going to AFCON in March now. We hope that it won't become one long story. All these issues that we usually have. Let us take one final caller for the evening, or if you still want to talk, please click the link now so that I know how many more we have left. Because we're going to end this in the next couple of minutes. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. I have one person waiting right now, but if that's the only person, then it'll be the final caller for the evening. But yes. Toby, welcome.
IoT.
Thank you for
IoT. See, I had to come on this with my Bonner YouTube. I have to say, because I'm always on your Instagram, man. I'm always commenting on your Instagram on the Eagles track. And I want to say something. Thank you very much for giving us this platform, man. I know everybody says thank you very much for giving us platform, but I'm very grateful. Me personally, to be Drews, living in America, they give me joy because I support Nigerian soccer more than any other thing. You know what I'm saying? I cannot put this much energy into my club side. God forbid. That's another man's country. So I appreciate you. I have just few things to say. Before we got into this competition, I feel like just me, you, and Smith Lai and a couple people, Humble Henry too, people like that were people who believed in the team that we could go far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like majority of the people who are complaining right now about the team did not even believe in the team in the first place. They just need something, now, they just need something to talk about. After we won this third place medal, I was in the comment section and I was like, we are the most medaled team in Africa for a reason.
Yeah.
We must live with something. Somebody replied me, no, we are not the most medaled team in Africa. Egypt is. I said, you see, the problem with you guys is you people belittle Nigeria so much to the extent that you feel like somebody who is doing something outside is somewhat better than us. For some reason, because we are having hurdles. Ghana has not won anything in almost 70 years. I'll be how many years? Egypt hasn't won anything in almost 50-something years. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I bought...
not 50-something. Egypt won their last AFCON was what?
No, I'm just exaggerating now, but you feel me? And that's the most gold medal team in Africa, bro. I literally just got my jerseys in the mail yesterday, and I was hoping for that for the finals, but no problem. I won for the third place. I'm very proud of this team. I'm super, 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 super. See, because I expected them to do well because of the quality of our players. Look at what we did in the last AFCON, bro. People forget. People keep insulting us, but we're just in the last finals, bro. This is back-to-back medal position. Like, we took the podium twice. You have to be doing something. You have to have some sort of quality to be there. They're not they do them by all these people. They talk say Morocco cheated. Yeah, I understand. There's controversies with the referee, but at the end of the day, they still played their game. There was 120 minutes of us not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really am proud of the guys, what we've done, how far we've come. I'm very happy that Mo Salah and Mamouche missed that penalty, not for the fact that we won, but for Chukwueze's sake. For Chukwueze's sake, because a lot of people, some people have never kicked a ball in their life, but they can tell you how a ball should be kicked. Some people have never gone to any coaching school in their life, but they will tell you what formation a coach who has been coaching for years should play. You don't see I always tell people, if you don't see a player that you really think is good on the field of play, just know that in practice, the coach does not feel like that player is giving enough. There's a reason why they practice. Eric Sekushel came out and he said something one time. He said, if you don't run, you don't play.
Yeah.
These guys are not like, what makes you think a player like Chukwueze is in practice running up and down? He's not. We already know. We should know the kind of player Chukwueze is. Maybe they should have given him a little more time in the last game, like his 70th minute to come in and warm himself up. But that is almost potatoes. I mean, that's by the way, man. Nobody really cares about that. We don't move on from that. I'm very proud of the boys because I just believe they deserved something. They deserved something. They fought so much. Look at Alex Iwobi. The last AFCON, they wanted to kill him, bro. But he's here. He came back. In fact, he's even amplified his content creation this time and was a better player. That just shows you that in the field of play, he does not have anything. Because I don't know what's up with people. If they see a player with phone, they will tell the player, these ones are not serious. So look at them pressing their phone. Baba, they tell me, say, this guy, we don't play professional soccer in your whole life. No, they serious. You will be saying, they press your phone. Why you know they that position? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Nigerians, we need to calm down. We need to understand that. I feel like there's this level of hubris that we have because we think we are Nigerians. We're supposed to be at the forefront of everything.
Yeah.
It does not work like that, bro. Countries are catching up. Countries are seeing what other people are doing. They are going to scout their own players. Guess what? Right now, after this AFCON, a lot of countries, based on the standard that Morocco has set, a lot of countries are about to take their scouting very seriously. The bar gets higher every time. And of course, we have the Azamen who are doing their own thing. I'm glad they had to go to Morocco to go. Bro, I was going to travel to Marrakesh if we had gone to the finals. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk. I'm saying, I checked the price of the ticket and he was telling me, they told me $2,700. I said, God, if I go to Marrakesh, I have to be in Marrakesh for at least a month. But I was willing to go. You know what I'm saying? I was willing to go. But the thing about people is I just feel like we need to calm down. And so we need to back these players. Baba, I promise you, even if it was Hakimi that missed a penalty, you would never see North Africans going off on him like that. Even if we win back-to-back CAF, they still believe their team is the best team. People do not understand that support goes a long way. In fact, one of the reasons why we lost that last game is because we didn't have support. We didn't have fans in the stands. We didn't have people who are like, okay, they read comments, people they say, this is where our journey ends. This is where our journey ends. I'm like, bro, like, am I living in this same country with these people? Like, and also, like, we also have this West African hate where it's like other African countries just feel like we don't deserve to be here. Even after everything we've gone through, we do not deserve to be here. In what way now? You are trying to tell me that Osimhen that fought tooth and nail for his country should not win anything? Or it will be all these guys. So I'm very proud. I'm very, 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 very proud to be in this position to witness my country win something, trophies after trophies. I've witnessed my country lift different stuff. So I've seen my country lift Olympics. I've seen my country lift AFCON, bronze, gold, silver. I'm blessed to see that. And it's okay if we don't win it every year. It's okay. Let us go back and rebuild. And I pray that these NFF people don't take away this our coach. If they take away our coach, we are cooked. I feel like if they take away Shell, a lot of players will stop playing for Nigeria. I believe that because of the level of relationship he has been. Bro, think about it. I would say you know this. Over the years, how many coaches have we seen that really have had that brotherhood friendship with their players? It's always trying to be a father. All of them are always trying to be fathers to these. These are grown men. You cannot be fathers to all of them. See the way our coach relates with them. It's like, these are my guys. These are my brothers. He said it. He said, even if I don't continue with this job, I live here knowing that I gained extra brothers. He's not calling them. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria is the type of place where when we employ a coach, if Chukwu is a crack joke now, the coach will toss, am I your mate? You know what I'm saying? Is that those are the type of coaches we're employing. We're not employing coaches that wanted to build a relationship, wanted to build something. I watched this man's conference, this thing. He said he's looking for 22 players. 22 that will be his. That means these guys that are here don't even have a permanent position. They are not guaranteed. He knows what he wants to do. So I'm very proud of this team. I'm very proud of the country, man. I'm very proud of everybody who stood by this team. And I believe one thing I can leave in this competition believing is that we have a formidable team that can compete with anybody on a given day. We would perform. We will go toe-to-toe with anybody. we'll go and that there was a bros that just left here that said, is it this if Osimhen is not here, is it these strikers we want to take? Baba, we beat Jamaica without Osimhen. It does not matter. You people keep belittling this team. We beat Jamaica without Osimhen. We beat Ghana without Osimhen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's bigger than Titi. Osimhen is the greatest striker in Nigerian history. I believe that, but nobody is bigger than the program.
The only thing that Osimhen is missing, I keep saying this, Osimhen's legendary status should be cemented. It is just that trophy that is missing. Because the reality of it is that before 2026 runs out, Osimhen is going to break Rashidi Yakini's record. He's already there. Before this year runs out, the only thing that he's missing is that national trophy. Because at the end of the day, you look at the legends that have won, and then they will say, how can you tell me that this guy was greater? That best is different from greatest.
Yes.
Is he the best? I think he's the best.
Yes.
But is he the greatest? Yes. The greatness is that trophy that he needs. Once he wins that trophy, it takes his greatness to a different.
And you know one thing good thing about it is why Osimhen is so lucky in this position is this is a blessing and a curse for him. At the end of the day, if Osimhen ends up winning the next AFCON, bro, think about it. Look at the journey. That means he has gone to almost 3 back-to-back finals. In every competition he has played with Nigeria, he has gotten to somewhat of a podium.
Yeah.
The last one, they took silver. This one, they're taking bronze. By God's grace, if we win the next one and he takes gold, I don't know. I feel like that just kind of like raises, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's some things that God just takes time to do for people, yeah? And it just, when he gives you at the right time, it really makes more sense. What if we had won a trophy and we relaxed? What if we won the last AFCON and then we just came here and we just mumbled ourselves? Crashed out in the group stage.
All right.
So I'm happy, man. I don't want to take too much time, but I'm super happy. IoT, I have to also tell you, the way they were giving Eric Shell his flowers yesterday, I got to give you your flowers, bro. Bro, you see this thing you are doing, bro, I've not seen in my whole life of being a Nigerian, I've not seen anybody who has brought so many people like this together. You guys, Fan Tribe, bro, I really respect what you're doing, bro. The passion you put into this, the time, because I know you still have work. In Canada, bro, you still they do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? You still got to make time to still come and sit down here, give us a platform to vent, talk. Some people don't even know it that they talk, but they go still come here, still talk. You know what I'm saying? I will still enjoy it. So I'm happy for the boys. I'm happy for us. Congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to you and me, and congratulations to you because I know your channel is about to reach a different height this year by God's grace.
Thank you.
So like I appreciate you. Please, because AFCON has ended, it does not mean people should stop coming on live for Abego. Please. Because most times I'm bored, I'm just sitting at home doing this is what I'm
live every week, don't worry. Every Monday, myself and Smith Lai will be live. Nigeria FC podcast, always at 10 p.m. Nigerian time.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
Will you be covering the WAFCON?
Yes, the WAFCON.
Nice.
That women are my first love,
Yes, I know.
I said this. When it comes to women's football, I don't play. So the WAFCON,
I know.
I'll be there every match of the WAFCON as well. The content will be there. Thank you very much, Toby.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man.
All right, thank you. Okay, I'll take one more caller. You are late too, but you said I should bring a woman up, so I obliged. Let me bring a woman up. Jane, welcome.
Yay, anxiety.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I've been following you for a couple of months. Ever since we had our last AFCON.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm happy. I was supposed to be in Morocco too as well. Yeah, I was supposed to be in Morocco for the finals, but unfortunately, I was depressed for 2 days. I cried. I cried. Yeah, the guys actually did well. To be honest, they are doing well. All we need is just give the coach a time. Let's give him some time. He's going to have his team. I always watch his press before and after, and I see him doing well. I don't know if the NFF will still retain him, because I pray so. And I also feel for him. In fact, I ordered for my nose marks or thereabout on Amazon. Honestly, I was like, see, I even planned making my hair and just to be in Morocco. Unfortunately, I felt bad. Today, I didn't even watch what's it called? what's it called? The third place. But I'm give my own team, for me, my players, I'm giving it to Bruno, Osai. I miss Frederick, though he's not there. I missed him as well. I missed Osime, as in, like, the AFCON, but of course, for the AFCON, I will be there. I will. Even if they are going to, whatever be the case, I'll be at AFCON. I'll be there to cheers, guys. Thank you, Babati. Every time, always watching your program, just to be on live with you, and I was like, oh, I like the way you analyze these matches, and
Thank you.
it made me get interested in in watching football the more.
Thank you very
So
much.
yeah, the team on ground are actually doing well. Just that they needed more effort. And one thing about Nigerians is we like bashing these guys. It's not easy to be on that field, to be honest. I
Mm.
like this last. In fact, he was the reason why I'm requesting for me to be on live. I like the way he talked and analyzed. We don't give this guy rooms. Anyone can miss a goal, a penalty. Anybody can. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a world class or whosoever player you are. Anyone can actually miss
I
it.
mean,
But
Salah missed today.
yeah, we saw Musala miss. Yes, can you
Mm.
imagine? Somebody was like, "But why didn't you miss? Why didn't you catch that for Akimi?
Mm.
Why did you catch Akimi's penalty? Why
Mm.
catching Musala? Can you imagine that kind of mindset? As
Mm.
if most of these guys can actually do what they are doing. It's not easy to be on that field
Mm.
in front of thousands of people, and you just have to prove a point that I'm representing a nation over 200 and something million people.
Mm.
Psychologically, you are not even yourself. You are just there for the people, not yourself. These guys goes through injury and a lot of things. Just, I remember when the captain said, when I think they were having this issue of NFF about payment, and he said he was ready to
So pay.
pay.
Mm.
As in, are you kidding me? Hey, Jesus. I fall in love with it. Immediately. I was like, this is what they call leadership.
Mm.
This is what they call, I am a leader. I am proud of Ndidi as well. To be honest, I am happy. I don't know why women don't come on this live, but most times I'm always there. I'm always there listening, analyzing football and everything.
Even me too. I want more women to be coming so that we
No,
can
to
get
be
different perspective.
to be
Honestly.
honest, because I would have been in this. Me and my friends, we actually booked from UK and said, like, see, we have to. The guy said he's going to. I said, see, we have to. In as much as we get to the fan, don't worry. He said, I want to be there. I just want to be there. But
Mm.
for the WAFCO, of course, I know our women. What a man can do, a woman can do better. I know we'll be there. So I'll definitely be at the finals in March, right? But I don't
Yes.
know if the timing, the date, and everything is out,
The
so
group
I can.
stage games, I would have to
Yeah, I
confirm them.
saw
But the
what's
group
her name?
stage fixtures are the group stage
The
fixtures are
captain
announced.
posted the team.
Yeah, we
But I
start.
noticed something about the group stage too as well. I noticed that I think is it group A and our group, we have the Northern Africans, while other group doesn't have it. I don't know
I mean,
if
it's just based on the draws now. Yeah. So the Morocco is in Group A because they are host nation. Egypt, they happen to be drawn in our group. Well, not that it matters. Our group is a bit difficult. Nigeria, Egypt, Zambia.
yeah, that's
But
exactly what I was
no,
saying.
but
It's a bit difficult because we got
the
Egypt there.
the Super Falcons. Those ones, I don't doubt the Super Falcons.
Yeah, of course.
It's,
Well, we have my lovely ladies at the. All right, thank you, T. I'm
thank you
happy.
very much.
I'm really, really happy. Please let me come on this live so that I can be talking.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah, all
it.
right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. Even me, honestly, I'm appealing. If there's, I see some women in the comment section fairly often. Like I know Adiola because Adiola is here most of the time. Maybe she wasn't available during this AFCON because I didn't really see her during the AFCON. But normally on our Monday podcast, Adiola is always in the comments. She's called in a few times. But if there's any woman that's watching us right now, like I love to hear different perspectives. Men sabi talk, but women, it's a different perspective, different take on things, and also women like football, so let's get women, on this as well. Maybe there will be more women during the WAFCON. We shall see. But yes, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has tuned in. A big thank you to everyone that called in today as well. It's been a pleasure. The Super Eagles of Nigeria have won the bronze medal at the Africa Cup of Nations 2025, defeating Egypt 4-2 on penalty kicks. Shout out to Stanley Wabali saving 2 penalties. Shout out to those that scored. Shout out to those that played. Shout out to all the players that made us happy throughout this tournament. Shout out to Coach Eric Shell for getting it right for the most part at this AFCON. And shout out to you guys for making this interesting for me as well. Shout out to everybody. If you are yet to subscribe to the channel, please, this is my final appeal to you. Subscribe so that you can enjoy all the content. We are live every week. We have so much content. The home of Nigerian Football Podcast, my interview podcast, is going to be back with all new exciting interviews with Nigerian football players, both male and female, upcoming players, legends. You can go back and watch my interview with Chibuike Nwayenwu. He just moved to Trabzonspor. You can watch my interview with Randy Waldrum, the former coach of the Super Falcons, and so much more. In 2026, I'm planning to have Ajibade Rashidat, planning to have Yakubu Ayegbeni, planning to have Leon Balogun, and we'll work on the schedule and so much more. So please make sure you're subscribed. Stick with us. There is so much that is yet to come. I see Adiola, she's in the comments. She just didn't say anything since. So yes, thank you very, very much. I'll see you guys on Monday for the Niger FC podcast live at 10 p.m. Nigerian time. Until then, my name is Ayoti. This is Eagle Tracker, the home of Nigerian